Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have breaking political developments that could shake South Africa to its core. Reports are emerging that President Cyril Ramaphosa may resign during the upcoming G20 summit here in South Africa, and the African National Congress, or ANC, is currently in a state of confusion that could rival any reality TV drama. Strap in, because the next few minutes will take you deep into the corridors of power, where whispers, speculation, and tension are running higher than ever. Senior members of the ANC are reportedly caught off guard. Many are unsure how to respond if the reports of Ramaphosa's resignation are true. For a party that prides itself on careful planning and calculated moves, this sudden uncertainty is unlike anything they have encountered in recent memory. As far as the leadership knows, Ramaphosa himself has not personally communicated his intentions. And in politics, as in life, if the boss doesn't speak, confusion takes the floor. Some within the party believe that Ramaphosa's decision is already made. Sources suggest he is metaphorically in the departure lounge, ready to step away. But here's the catch: he has not held meetings with his colleagues to discuss his goals or prepare the ANC for a future without him at the helm. This silence has caused friction at the top levels of the party. One can only imagine the tension in those boardroom corridors of awkward glances, whispers, and maybe even the occasional eye roll. If Ramaphosa were to resign, political analysts say that his deputy, Paul Mashatile, is almost certain to assume the presidency. However, the waters are muddied by speculation that Gwede Mantashe, the national head of the ANC, might try to step in as interim leader until the next elections. This possibility has sparked concerns among senior party members. They argue that allowing Mantashe to take the first step could weaken Mashatile's position and potentially undermine his future prospects. There are strong voices within the ANC who insist that Mashatile must move quickly to secure support, prevent internal conflict, and maintain party unity. Meanwhile, there are whispers of a potential compromise deal. In this scenario, Mantashe could serve as deputy president while Mashatile would assume the role of head of state. These talks are said to be highly confidential and extremely delicate. One wrong move, say insiders, and the party risks sparking a full-blown power struggle. For a party already grappling with internal divisions, such a conflict could further fragment the ANC and weaken its grip on the country's leadership. Many ANC members are also worried about the broader consequences of Ramaphosa's departure. They fear that a sudden resignation could disrupt the functioning of government at a critical time, pulling focus away from pressing national issues. History offers lessons here. Sudden resignations, such as those of Thabo Mbeki and Zuma, have shown that leaving office abruptly can destabilize the party, confuse followers, and erode public trust. The ANC is determined not to repeat these mistakes. Leaders are emphasizing that any transition must be carefully managed to avoid chaos. Some senior figures argue that Ramaphosa should remain in office to address issues that have arisen under his leadership. They note that recent political missteps require his direct intervention. According to them, he is best positioned to fix these challenges, and leaving now would place the burden on his successor. Staying in power, in this view, is not about clinging to office but about taking responsibility and stabilizing the party and the country. At present, ANC leadership is holding back from acting until they receive direct communication from Ramaphosa. Officials admit they are unsure how to proceed without guidance from the top. Time, however, is not on their side. The G20 summit is approaching rapidly, and uncertainty over the nation's leadership could cast a shadow over both the party and the country. Any delay could exacerbate confusion, intensify internal friction, and threaten the ANC's ability to govern effectively. This scenario places the ANC in a highly unusual position. Typically, the party has clear protocols for succession, but Ramaphosa's silence has left the leadership scrambling. Senior officials are keen to preserve unity and ensure that government operations continue without disruption. Over the next few weeks, the party's ability to navigate this potential crisis will be crucial. These are high-stakes days, with the country watching closely. In the meantime, members of the ANC are preparing for every possible outcome. Some are quietly strategizing behind closed doors, trying to anticipate Ramaphosa's next move. Others are concerned about the political fallout, both within the party and among South African citizens. The stakes are enormous. The decisions made now could shape the ANC's fortunes and the nation's political landscape for years to come. If Ramaphosa stays, the ANC will need to address the governance issues he has struggled with and rebuild confidence among the electorate. If he leaves, the party will have to navigate a delicate transition to avoid internal power struggles. Either way, the coming weeks promise to be some of the most critical in recent South African political history. For South Africans watching these developments, the uncertainty is palpable. Conversations at dinner tables, in town halls, and on social media all reflect the same question: what will Ramaphosa do, and what will it mean for the ANC and the country? The answer remains unclear, but one thing is certain: the political drama is intensifying, and everyone is on edge. As always, we will continue to monitor these developments closely. Make sure to stay tuned, because when the story breaks, you'll want to hear the full details right here. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. We want to know what you think about the possible resignation of Ramaphosa and the future of the ANC. See you next time.